so high. Feet on the ground, but I still get by. Rules were made for someone else to try, but not me, not me. They said slow down, son, take your time. But I was born running every stop sign. Sky is the limit, no chance to hold. Sky is the limit, I'm breaking the mold. Sky is the limit, I'm out of control tonight. Every doubt just feeds the flame. Every scar reminds me why I came. I've been broke, I've been blessed, carry faith in an empty chest till now. The stars are down like good old friends, saying, boy, don't stop where the sky just ends. Sky is the limit, no chance to hold. Sky is the limit, I'm breaking the mold. Sky is the limit, I'm out of control tonight. Sky is the limit, no chance to hold. Sky is the limit, I'm breaking the mold. Sky is the limit, I'm out of control tonight. Sky is the limit, no chance to hold. Sky is the limit, I'm breaking the mold. Sky is the limit, I'm out of control tonight.
Hey, welcome back, guys. Okay, as you can see, I am still on the rural farmlands of Ohio. I'm really enjoying this map, but I've had some problems with it. Excuse me, sorry about that. First off, one of the problems I've had is that I could not get the precision farming to work properly with it. I don't know what was going on. I think it was something on my end, but I couldn't figure it out. So instead of messing with it, I decided to put in, I just started a new save game. I did, you will notice there's like a lot of money in there right now. It's because I'm still setting things up, equipment and stuff, because I sold off all the other equipment, and a lot of that money came from that. And so now I'm trying to rebuild the fleet. Anyway, so I'm running the 2.5.0.0 soil fertilizer refined. This is as near as I can tell, this is the newest version. Okay. So anyway, the point in all of this was that the save game, I could not fix the save game, so I started a new save game, but it did move us up to the new farm, and I did start to do a little bit of harvesting here, as you can see. So we took the winter wheat off that field, winter barley, maybe it was. We took it off that field. I did leave the straw down because I want to pick that up and put it in the barn. And I think what we're going to do next is this other field and get that harvested, so that we can kind of start to work on field preps and that kind of thing. So in line with all of this, one of the things that I did is I started doing some research because I don't know enough about how all of the different fertilizers work. I mean, I know we got NPK, and others. But I'm trying to learn that, so I've been looking into that a lot, and I started making a little cheat sheet to kind of help me out. And I'm feeling like I got some pretty good feel about some of it, but we'll see as we go along. I either will have or I won't have. We'll see. So anyway, I guess what we'll do is move to that field right there, and we'll start harvesting that one. And right now, this is the only equipment we own, right there, because I sold everything else, and I haven't had the time to get everything set up today. I was hoping to do it today, and I just didn't get time. So we're going to do it this way, a little bit of time. Okay. Anyway, so let's hop over to. There's a couple of mods that I'm missing too that I had in the previous game. So some of this is a little different now, but it'll get better because I'll get all those mods back in as time goes on. We'll notice the harvester is the Hilco harvester. This is I think it's custom modding made, this one. It's a nice harvester for the hills, and these hills are real on this map. So I thought, well, might not be a bad idea to have one. We're going to leave the straw down here too, because I think it's a situation where I'd rather have the straw than not. We'll get a baler, I guess, and bale it up after. I don't know, probably just a inexpensive round baler. Because I mean, I don't want to go crazy. Eventually, I'm going to get that money back down to where it belongs. But I just need a few more pieces of equipment before I do that. Alright, let's get... Can't see with the trees there. I'm hoping that's somewhat straight. I don't think that's straight at all, actually. That's pretty close right there. So reset. There we go, that's a little better. Why are we only going 4 miles an hour? I have no idea why we're only going 4 miles an hour. We're going faster than that just 2 seconds ago. Must be getting a really good yield out of this. I've noticed that the way the ground deforms on this map, some of the equipment gets slowed down a lot easier than other equipment. So I don't know if that's got anything to do with it, but we're pulling what is that? 68.2 tons an hour. So that's pretty good. I'll take that. Okay, that's interesting because now it's going faster on this side, and it was coming downhill there, so I would have thought it would have been going faster. I don't know what that was about. That was weird. Odd. Oddly odd. Now it's slowed down again. It's got to be the yield. I'm running a fairly large header on this machine, probably larger than I should be. That might be part of the problem. If it continues to give me a problem, we'll go to a smaller header. I really like these Hilco machines. They're just cool, you know. Years ago, I mean, many years ago, when I was in high school, I grew up on the West Coast, and I used to work the summers for the local pea cannery, and we would harvest all the pea fields for the farmers. It was kind of a strange thing. They had kind of this co-op thing going on where we would all go out to the fields and jump in machines that the cannery owned, and we would harvest the fields. And then we'd move to the next field and harvest the next field. And so on and so forth until all the fields in the county were done. And the farmer didn't have to do it himself. And I mean, I don't know, maybe there's other places that do the same thing. I'm not really sure, but it was kind of a unique. But my point is, we had machines that did this, and so it was fun. At first, it was a little weird. The first time it did it, you were like, whoa, what is this thing doing? Because you felt like you were going over, you know. Well, luckily, we never did. It was a good job, though, man. For a summer job, I made buku bucks. Uh-oh, what happened? Nope, that's not what I wanted. Nope, 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 nope. I don't know what happened there. That was weird. Yeah, see, we're going a lot faster now because we're only harvesting half the thing, and I think that's what it comes down to is the I gotta get the thing adjusted a little bit here. I think it was because we were on pretty good yield, I think. I've been watching some of the other content creators out there on some of the other maps like Valley Spring, some of those, and there's a lot of cool new maps out there. I don't know, what are you guys playing? Anybody playing anything good? Let me know. Interested in what you're playing. Yeah, see, now we're going slower because we're in the more yield with this big header. I think the header's too big. It's not that big a header though, so I don't really know why. Bouncing all over the place. That's a pretty good angle right there. Can't hardly tell it from in here, can you? Well, that's the point of the machine. You're not supposed to feel the angle so much. It's kind of like it's going to compensate for that angle, right? So you don't feel it, but the machine still is stable and everything. And they work really well. If you ever run one, it's quite a, it feels kind of strange, but yeah. Well, that yield must be really good because it is really slowing that machine down as it goes through it. I mean, look at how slow it's going. It's crazy, right? But this is the field that was on the map when I started the map, so I haven't done anything to this field. This is just what it is. So it's probably just the header is a little bit too big for it or something. I don't know. I think the machine's only like a 550 or something. Does it say on it? No, 660. It's the S660, so I don't know. Trees are struggling though. Jeez Louise, giddy up, girl. We're at nearly 370 bushels. And we haven't really gotten too far into this, so I don't know. Well, it'd be interesting to see what this yields. I would have thought not a whole lot because it was already planted when we started the map. You know, typically those fields are not the best yielding. Let me grab this guy. We'll go up there and offload that thing. But yeah, so I was saying earlier, I started working on a cheat sheet for the map, not for the map, for the mod to help me kind of keep track of the different fertilizers and stuff, and it's interesting because there were things I didn't know about the different fertilizers. I knew they existed, but I just didn't really understand the difference. Like the anhydrous thing. Somebody asked me, "Well, what is anhydrous ammonia? What is it? What the hell difference does that make, right?" But when you look at the percentage of N that you get, or nitrogen you get from anhydrous, it's no wonder they use it as a starter a lot of times. It's freaking an immense amount of nitrogen comparatively. But I didn't know that. I had no idea. And I mean, I wouldn't, because it's not something I do every day, right? But, so it's just, those are the kinds of things I'm kind of learning. The difference between what is it, the U28 and the 32 and the, I didn't know there was a starter fertilizer that some people use. It's just, there's so many things that I was learning as I was kind of researching this stuff. That's pretty wild. Have you guys seen the groundhog holes mod that came out today? I had to laugh. It's pretty funny. I haven't put it in the game yet, but this mod creates groundhog holes in your grasslands. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. But I thought, okay, that's kind of fun. Something different, right? Adds a little more realism, as long as it doesn't get crazy and add too many holes, because some of these things, they get out of hand. We've seen mods like that in the past that just get a little carried away. So I think what we'll do is we'll get a baler and we'll pick all this straw up and make bales out of it. And then, I have mixed feelings about that, but I think I'm going to do the bales anyway. And then we'll put them in the barn down there. And then I think after that, we'll probably get these fields treated and dealt with so that we know what we need to do for the next planting. I'm not really sure if we'll plant them yet or not. I really need to look at the crop rotation and kind of see what's going to work in here and when it's going to be good to plant it. So I haven't done that yet, but we'll do that. And then we're going to just wait on the corn. The corn is over there doing its thing, and it's going to be a little bit longer. I was thinking about an animal barn. I was really thinking about what I could do to put in like a cow barn, and I almost think we have to lose that field over there to do that. I just don't know where else we're going to do it. If we did one without a pasture, we could do it in front of the silo, but again, I really want to plant that with alfalfa, so it won't be a lot of alfalfa, but it'll be a little bit, and so something to start with. So I'm not really sure what I'm thinking yet as far as animals. I mean, I guess we could give up a little bit of field area if we needed to and buy more field area somewhere else. We've got this great big cornfield. There's a huge field across the street at some point maybe we could buy, but I was just thinking, even if we just took this this little edge off the front field over here, we could put a barn over there and still have a small field there. Maybe even turn it into like a grassland, so we could do some grass or something on it. I don't know yet. Don't know yet. I'm just thinking about all these things and what's going to work best on this particular farm. You know, I like this farm better than the starter farm that's on the map, so that's why I moved everything up here. But there are some limitations. There is only so much space up here, so unless you start getting into buying other pieces of property, which I'm not against that at all. There's a lot of good land up here. I spent a little time yesterday, I guess it was, looking at what I need to do to get the mess that is my map back together, and I'm a little disappointed in some things that are happening with it, and I don't really know how to fix them yet. So I'm still working on that. I'm hoping to get that back into the game at some point, but I don't know. I mean, the old map works. It's just not. The textures are a mess, and I think it has something to do with shaders. I don't really know how to fix that either, and it could be an optimization issue. I've run into that on one other map, and I felt like at the time that I ran into it, I was like, you know, this is really weird because it's the same thing that I'm seeing with my own map. I feel like maybe the map's not well optimized, which makes me think maybe mine's not optimized as well as I thought it was. So that brings about a whole other set of issues. I don't know. I haven't really decided what to do with it. I like I said, I started moving stuff over to another base, and it works really well there, clean and everything. But excuse me, the placeables are giving me a bit of trouble, so I'm not really sure I'm going to do that yet. I might have to. I don't know yet. I honestly don't know. I got a lot of whole might have to's in my head, but I really don't know what those amount to at this point. Oh, don't hit the corn. Oh, we hit it. We clipped one little ear of corn. Now we can't have corn on the cob with our steak because we're missing an ear of corn. Pretty sure that's animal corn anyway. You know, that's something we don't have in this game. That's something I'd like to see come into the game. And maybe it's there, maybe it's out there and I don't know about it, but it would be really fun to have a machine that could actually harvest the cobs. So, you know, ear corn instead of having loose corn. Just another thing we could do, you know, but it would be fun. But I don't even know the first thing about how to make the vehicle mod to do that. I'm not a vehicle modder by any means. I stick to my maps because that's what I know how to do. You know what I mean? But if somebody knows how to make a machine that would harvest the ears, that would be fun. I think somebody did that in 22, I think. I vaguely remember somebody working on it. I don't know if it ever became public or not, but I think someone was working on it at one point. Stop at the end of the row here, and I'm going to bring the tractor over and empty this thing out. Good as time as any, right? We got the good old 8R pulling the, oh, what is this thing? It's a Brent crane wagon. It says it's 58% full. I don't think we're going to get this empty with it, but I think we can get most of it out of there. Yeah, we're not going to get all of it out, but that's okay. It's a good start. Let's run this down to the silo and then we'll come back. And I know we're sitting there burning gas, but whatever. We got to do what we got to do. It's diesel, right? It's not gas. I did put the real silo mod in here too, so I'm not really sure yet how that's all going to play out, but we're going to check that out after we get this stuff, because those are two different crops. One was wheat and one was barley, so we can probably separate them. So realistically, the only one thing I really don't love about this particular farm is that stuff in the middle. I can't get rid of it. I thought maybe I could, but I would have to go into the editor to get rid of it. It kind of bums me out because I wanted to delete that stuff out to kind of open up the middle, but at the same time, it's kind of cool the way it is too. So. Yes, I know. Extended idling is bad. It's bad. Evil extended idling. That is the ADS mod giving me those warnings, by the way. If anybody has not played with the ADS mod, I highly recommend it if you want somewhat of a realistic kind of repair and wear and all that. The only thing I don't like is, I keep meaning to fix this and I haven't done it yet, but they've got the service interval set at 5 hours per machine, and that's, to me, that's a little early. So I'd like to change that, but I haven't done it yet. I keep saying I'm going to. I don't even know what I'm going to change it to yet, but I don't know. It's one of those things. I'll get to it at some point. There's 100 other things to do in the middle of the day, you know, so I'm just trying to get to things as I get to them. Between that and working, you know, well, it's just a lot of stuff. Came on a little earlier tonight than normal, just had some free time on my hands. So, I don't know, just thought we'd try it. Hope you guys are all doing well. If you're here and you're enjoying the stream, feel free to just say hello in the chat. I quite like it when people take a minute and just say hello. It's just kind of, I don't know, just kind of feels like it's more connected. Also, I would love it if you would hit the thumbs up button. If you're not a sub, hit the sub button. That would be great. So this will be, I think the third or fourth, I think the third stream I've done back on here on YouTube since I decided to come back to streaming. And so far the response has been pretty decent. I still have my Twitch channel as well that I still want to do something with, but I'm not sure if I want to dual stream or not. So I don't know. I'd love to hear people's thoughts on that too. It's one of those things, you know. I mean, I know some people are like, oh, I don't like it because you get distracted and you're not paying attention to the stream or whatever, and that can happen. That's true. But I do think that there's potential on both channels, viewership-wise. Wait, what's happening here? Why did he just come off the line? That was weird. That was so weird. Yeah, this is, I gotta look at this header size and see if I have too much header for this. Coming around. Oh, we'll have to go up top here, we can't see. There we go. A pretty nice machine. It's an older machine, but it's still doing the job, so we'll keep it around for now. At some point we may get a bigger one. There's a larger Hilco machine in the store, so we could always do that if I needed to. But for these size fields, it works pretty good the way it is. I might drop that header size down just a scooch. So I feel like that's part of why it's going so slow. I mean, it's 5 miles an hour. It's not that slow. It's a little slower than what I would love, but it works. Come over here and grab this little piece right here. And I guess we'll need a rake. And a baler. don't know what the total yield on this field was. I'll have to look. I also don't think I have a building big enough for this machine. And so I don't know. I might put another building up right along here, take that tree out, put a building in here that's big enough for the machine. Because I don't think any of those other ones will even fit in if I wanted it to. So it's kind of a... It might fit in the open one over there, but I don't even think it's going to fit there. Alright. Let's go over to... Oh, we gotta get that other... We gotta get that other in here first. I was just gonna say, let's go see how much we got in there, but it's not all there. Some of it's right here. It's another mod I'd like to have. I wish there was a mod that when you drive over the grass, eventually it wears down into a track. I thought at one point I heard somebody was working on one, but I don't know. I might have just imagined that. It's hard to know. There's so many people doing so many things out there. Some of the mods that are coming out are just freaking amazing. They're just like, I don't even know how to describe them. They're freaking amazing. You know, some of them are better than others, obviously, and that happens because different modders, right? But God, there's just some stuff coming out that I'm like, I never thought I'd ever see. Out of here for a minute. Let's go over here. Okay, so it looks like that doesn't look right at all. Rye. We didn't do any rye. What? Oh boy. Alright, here we go. Oh, I guess that other field was rye. Okay, so we did 7,100 liters of rye. Is this liters? I think this is liters. Yeah, it's liters. And then we did 31,000 liters of winter wheat. And you can see they're in separate silos. There's silo 1 and silo 2. So if I wanted to now, I could transfer it to one of the other silos, but there's no reason to because we don't really need to right now. But and then you can always go in there and change the names and everything else if you wanted. Alright, so that will give us our, yeah, that works better. And you can add more silos. I think it's up to 36. I think it's up to 36. That's the real silo mod, by the way. Alright, so let's get a baler and a rake. I feel like we just need an old school rake, maybe a small tractor, and a baler. Oh yeah, I forgot that corn header sitting there. Alright, let's see what we can find. Medium tractor. Let's maybe do like a 6 series. Can do the 6M large, but it's just 215 horse. I kind of like the 6R better. Only because it's got a little more horsepower. Let's see what's in the used. If there's anything in there. Not really. Nothing great. Oh, there's a white. We could use the white for that. It would work really well for that, actually. But how is that comparatively priced? I don't even know. Let's look. It was 32, right? And compared to 200 over here. So maybe we get the white, and maybe we might have to do a little repair on it, but I think we'll get it. Because it's I'm missing some mods in this game. Because it's a good deal. So let's go ahead and get it. We're gonna crank up the engine to 88. We're gonna put some decent tires on this old girl. Continentals. I would love to have narrows on it, but I don't think that comes with narrows. Yeah, it doesn't. So standards. Standard wheel weights. We need GPS. I'll leave that as it is. All right. And what else we need? We need a rake. We need a rake in the worst way. Rakes, 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 rakes. Where's the rakes? Where are the rakes? We are going to have to get a sprayer because that's going to play a role with this particular mod. And I'm sure there's some other stuff we're going to need too. So I know I put a rake in here. Yeah, this will work right here because it's just a little. Well, I don't know if I want that one though. Do I want that one? Where's the other one? Where's my king rake? All right, we'll start with this one. Just a little Massey Ferguson rake. Massey. We'll buy that. And then we're going to need a baler. Nobody got a favorite baler? I'm going to do round bales because the balers are typically lower cost. Let's see, this is the in-game 45, 452. But you know, look at this. This is the modded one, and it's the same price. This one's cool because it's got lots of animations and stuff to it. We're not going to wrap them or anything. Let's see what it is. Do not want the cloths. I don't like the cloths. We'll see. We'll go with this one. Hold, please. Something's weird happening on my screen over here. Yeah. Okay. Don't know. Anyway. Nah, we won't go that much. Just go a little bit. Working with the standard. See, this has the ability to go really wide. I'm not going to do that, but you can do the silage additive to it. But again, we're only doing straw, so there's no point in doing that. but it'll be nice to have later on if we decide to add it on. All right, now, where the heck? I thought I had the... Where the heck did they go? I don't want to go all the way to the store to get them, but I might have to. Yep, they're all the way down here at the store. All right. Saw girl ain't too bad. It needs a little work, but it ain't bad. Let's tuck this in so we don't hit every car along the way. Whoa, sugar. Oh. Yeah, that was my bad, guys. I'm sorry. They're all mad at me now. Alright, we'll make our way back up to the farm. This is a long way around, but it's kind of the situation. So the one bad thing about being up where we are is we're kind of a long way away from the shop, but it's okay, we'll deal with it. Looks like we're dropping some frames. Let me know if this is still coming through okay, guys. If you're not seeing it, then let me know. I apologize if it's buffering a little bit. For some reason we had a little bit of a hiccup there. Well, that guy scared me. Am I going the right way? I think I'm going the right way. I hope I'm going the right way. Crap, I don't know. I might be going the wrong way. I don't think so, though. I think I'm going the right way. Let's see. Whoa. Yeah, dude. See, you can't just UPS your way into my lane. I think we went the wrong way. Doggone it. Oh, yeah, I forgot to turn, that's why. I knew there was a turn here somewhere. Just ran over the neighbor's crop. They're gonna be mad at me. We won't tell them. We'll be like, we have no idea who did that. We don't know anything about it. We don't know who did it. Nope. I know it's not true, but they don't know it. Oh, that's our farm right there. I was gonna drive right by our farm. What's up with that? I should have got a like a trailer or something to put the. Whoa, crap! That that's not good. Oh boy. Again, we don't know who did that. We didn't see anything. There's no holes in our field. Nothing. I don't know anything about any of that. Oh great, now it's caught in my rake. How'd that work? Did that work? Oh yeah, that'll work. Okay. It's a little bit small, but it will work. I'll go down and get the baler after we get this raked up. All I want to do is just basically pull this all kind of together and get it somewhat straightened out. Just because I don't like having to do all the curves with the baler. As you can see, I drive bad enough as it is. I don't need any help with that. Alright, so I'm gonna, let's see. That's probably, we probably don't need to go too far with it. What are you guys playing for maps? Anybody playing anything cool? Anybody playing this map? Ohio? The Rural Farmlands of Ohio, I think it's called technically, and it's quite a nice little map. Really well done. And it's funny because I'm a little bit picky. Like I don't like to play the English maps, I guess I would call them, or the European maps, only because they're tight. The farms are so tight and there's not a lot of room to get around, and I don't do well with that. I tend to hit everything, and then, well, it kind of becomes a sport, but, you know. Anyway. So it is kind of not my thing. I'm always looking for good American maps. Now, I did see that, oh gosh, who was it I was thinking of? Lancey Boy, I think, finished his US map, and so I'm kind of interested to see what he's going to do with that, because, well, you know, what that's going to involve. I think it'll be a decent little map. It looks like it's a fairly large map in terms of like big fields and that kind of stuff. Yeah, see, periodic maintenance already due on this, but you know what? It's not getting done right now because I'm busy. So yeah, I'm kind of waiting to see when that comes out. What I saw the other day, I saw he had said he'd finished it, but when will we actually see it? I don't know. You know, it's like everything. It's got to go through the mod hub and all that. So testing phases and fix this, fix that. You know, all the things that they do. But it looks cool. It looks like it's got some big fields, and you know, so that could be a fun one to play. Can't remember what the name of it is. Honestly, I don't remember the location either. I know he's talked about it multiple times, so people probably already know, but there's so much going on out in the modding community, it's hard to keep up with everything. I try to, but gosh, I'll tell you. So many new names now, too. There's been a lot of people that used to be modders and map makers and all that have kind of disappeared from the scene. They're no longer around. And but there's a lot of great new modders coming up, which is great. But it's, you know, it's hard to keep track now. Because I remember all the old ones. Goes along with me being old. Don't tell anybody, though. Just trying to push this back a little bit. Give us some room to work. I don't really, I mean, there's not a lot I have to do up and down wise because the rows are pretty straight, so it should be okay. Just go down and get the baler and we'll make some bales and hope they don't roll away. They will, though, on these hills. I guarantee they will. We'll find them in the neighbor's yard. They'll be like, look at these free bales we got. They just dropped out of the sky. We're like, no, those are ours. That's enough. Honestly, I didn't even really need to rake it. It's kind of, it's a part of the process. At least it's part of my process, you know what I mean? And so it's kind of like, let's go get the baler. I know, realistically, I shouldn't take this tractor because this is the one that needs a service, but we're going to take it anyway. So I have to plow that field up right there too. I want to, oh, that grass area, I want to make that into a field, a small field. Just, I don't know, I think I'm going to just put some alfalfa in there. Just so we have a little bit. And because I am toying with the idea of the cows, and I just don't know yet. Bouncing all over the place. Tree. I'm glad there's no traffic on these little side roads. It's on. People go flying around them at like 80 miles an hour. Kind of crazy. I don't want to miss my road. I can't remember where it's at. Oh, that was that field we were gonna do the yeah, the harvest in for that contract. There's my road. Alright, when you go the back way like that, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be from the farm. It's actually pretty close. Okay. Ooh. We got a full thing of net. That's good. Yeah, it looks like I'm going to have a conversation with the internet carrier tomorrow. The second time that's done that and dropped a bunch of frames on me. I'm sorry, guys. It should not be doing that. I am hardwired into a gigabit connection, so there's no reason for it to be dropping those frames like that. I don't know, maybe there's something going on outside the house. I can't remember how to turn on the four-ways, or I would. You know, just to let people know, because there's no flashers on this tractor, which is kind of surprising, but maybe it wasn't an option on a white. Don't really know. Giddy up, here we go. This is the warehouse. It's good to know. I didn't know where that was. There's a lot of things I haven't really found on the map yet, but I haven't really looked for yet. I haven't started selling any crops or anything, so there's no real reason to look for them yet. Need to look at what's the best time frame to sell what we've got, but I don't think it's going to be right away. I think it'll be later in the probably winter, fall or winter, based on traditional sale patterns. So that's another mod I saw recently that changes that up too, so that it kind of creates a supply and demand type situation where you sell what you got at the right times, but it's not the same all, like, you know, it doesn't repeat itself. It doesn't create a pattern, because some of those things create patterns in the game, and but this mod doesn't. It kind of breaks that pattern, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. And I thought that was interesting. To me, that's kind of, so those are the kind of things that to me make the game more realistic. Is when you start playing with things like that, it changes the way the game feels, I guess I would say. To me, that's just my opinion, but I mean, I've got one. It's not a great one, but I've got one. Alright, so let's see. We're going to unfold. We're going to drop that down. We're going to turn this on. Let's get some bale action going on. No, I think this is just going to be regular straw. Um, what the heck? I did it again. Gosh. This is what happens. I'm using a controller tonight. I've been back and forth about like my controller versus my wheel, and I love my wheel, but right now there's some things going on that make it harder for me to use. So I've been using my controller, and I keep forgetting which buttons are which. So I hit the wrong buttons all the time. Yep, I don't see. This is what I'm saying. I'm missing mods because it should have been what's that bale mod? Unload. Why? The round bale extension. I use that constantly, and so for whatever reason, when I had to rebuild this save game, I missed a bunch of mods. I usually use manual disconnect, so that's not in here, obviously. Or I wouldn't be able to just drop the baler at the edge of the field, right? I think there's some other things missing too, but so I wondered what this would be because this was a rye field. So this straw came off the rye field. But they clearly just didn't, instead of creating a rye straw, it's just a regular straw. Which is probably just as well because when you start creating like custom straws and stuff for your map, you end up with mods that don't always work right. So unless you're going to build a bunch of mods to go with those custom things, then you end up with issues and people struggling to use the mods that they like. And you can compensate for that with the crops themselves, but for like straw and that kind of thing, it gets a little crazy. Jeez, who put that sign in our field? Dang. Must have been some wild kids. Yeah, I think that's what it was. Must have been wild kids. Neighborhood hooligans. You saw it, right? Y'all saw it? It wasn't me. I didn't do that. Well, guys, if it's your first time here tonight, welcome. If you are returning from previous affiliation, interaction, or I don't know, other things, appreciate y'all being here. Feel free to take a minute and say hello in the chat. I do like to know people are enjoying the stream. If you are enjoying it, hit that thumbs up button for me, would you? Because it makes a big difference. It really helps out. It's more than people realize. I am trying to grind to the 1,000 subscribers too. So if you are not subscribed and you feel like you'd like to help get me there, that would be wonderful. I would love it. I would totally appreciate it. Gosh, these are these small they must be smaller bales than normal. I probably left the thing too small. Yeah, they're smaller. I should have used the bigger bales. Yeah, well. We'll just go with what we got. You know, it occurs to me we're also going to need a way to move these bales, and I don't have a way to do that yet. We can get we could get a trailer, one that we can just auto load, or, though I don't know if I have that in them because of all the missing mods. But we could always get like a skid steer or something too. Well, that would take a while to get back to the farm, wouldn't it? Oh gosh, I don't even want to talk about that. The other alternative, I guess, would just be to get a front loader console for the white here. Probably be good to have anyway. So you think when we plow the field, if we plow the sign in, do you think it'll disappear and we can get rid of it and nobody will know? I mean, not that we put it there. It's, you know. Damn hooligan kids. I think it was those Smith boys from over on the other farm. I think they snuck in here in the middle of the night and threw it in my field. It's my theory. I'm not that care about all these little tiny spots. They're really not a big deal. Alright, let's go up here. We'll just continue this mess right off onto the next field. And then we will have to figure out how to move them, but we'll move them. We're going to have a lot of bales. Because I should look and see if I can adjust the size of them. I don't know if I might not be able to with the bale already in there, but let me look. Change bale size L. Let's see, we can go up to 150s is the best we can do, but 150 is better than 125, so we'll go to 150. Why not? It'll be a little bit bigger, but... Whoops. Yep, I missed my bale extension. It's typically one of my go-tos. I almost never start a game without round bale extension. I don't know how I missed all these mods. There was a whole bunch of mods that were in the save game that are not here now, and I don't know why. I don't know. I guess that's what happens when you lose a save game like that and you're trying to get everything put back together. It just sometimes you forget stuff. Or it could be those hooligan kids snuck in and stole some stuff. And we could just keep going with that one. Yep, ADS is kind of mad because tractor needs service and I haven't done it. Oh well. I don't have a shop on the farm, so I don't know how that works. I think I would need a repair point on the farm. I do have a placeable, and I don't want to say it's in here because I'll have to go look, but I do have a replaceable, a placeable repair and sell point for vehicles that I made back at the beginning of the FS25 because I was like, a lot of them didn't have shops on the farms, and they were the ones that we had for options. I didn't really love them. So I just made a placeable one that you could drop down in front of any garage you wanted. And it works really good. So if I have that in here, we could just toss that down in front of one of the barns. Or inside one of the barns. Well, I don't want to put it in because I won't be able to do the harvester in there. Because these barns are too small to get the harvester in. Maybe in front of one of the barns down there though. That's provided it's in my mod folder. And at this point, I don't want to assume anything. I do think over time I'll probably make some changes to this farmyard and make it a little more, modernize it a little bit. Not too much, because I do like the old farm feel. Which is part of why I picked this farm, because I just kind of felt like, I don't know, just something about it fit. It just felt right on this map. There's some of my mods, my own mods that I'll probably bring in for things that I like, things that I built because I liked them. I like the functionality of them and stuff. So probably bring some of that stuff in at some point. Yeah, I got like a liquid storage and big fuel tank system, and I've got a dry storage, a bunch of things like that. They're just little things that I put together to make my life easier. Now I think if I I think the building down there, um, just to the left of the silos, the one with their kind of rounded roof, I believe that holds straw and bales. But I don't know how many bales, and I don't know if there's any limitations as to the type or anything. So we'll see what happens. But we're gonna try to put these in there. What about field compaction? What do you guys think about that? I was thinking about that the other day. Are regular sized tractors enough to cause compaction on most fields, or do you think it's limited to bigger machines? I believe, if I understood it right, that does play a role in the soil and fertilizer mod. So, well, I don't know exactly how that comes into play, but I believe that it has some effect on things. So we have to look at that. There's a whole bunch of stuff in the menu that has to be looked at for each field as you get ready to work the fields and get them ready to plant. Gosh, I'm drunk here or something. Swear to God, officer, I haven't had a drop. Well, I was saying earlier, I made a kind of a cheat sheet infographic that kind of outlines the different fertilizers and what they're for and when to use them and like that. And I did it mostly for myself because I just struggle to remember those. I just don't use them every day. So there's kind of one of those things, I'm still learning about them and I didn't remember all of them. So I started putting it together for me, and then I decided, since I had all the information, I'd plug it into my friendly AI bot and have it turn the whole thing into an infographic for me. It came out pretty good. I think probably it's in my Discord, so if it's something you guys are interested in, you can come over to the Discord and get it. I think it could be helpful for a lot of people, especially using this particular mod. I see now one of the things that Thunder's been working on is a kind of fertilizer add-on for his mods, for all the stuff he does, but it's for precision farming, and it does the same kind of, well, it simulates the different, the starter and the different end products. It doesn't get into the phosphorus and the potassium and all that, but it's a good place to start if you wanted to play kind of more realistic and simulate your fertilizers. And so it's available on his Patreon. I'm not really sure, where he's going with it yet. It's but it does work, and it's an interesting mod. So it got me thinking, even if you wanted to play precision farming, but you wanted to simulate the different kinds of fertilizers and things in your game, you do have that option now, or you should have. You have to use the precision farming configurator with it because it adds some fill types that aren't in the game. But kind of a cool idea, kind of a cool add-on. This is what I mean when I said, earlier I was saying how so many of the modders that are out there now are making some incredible stuff. I mean, it's stuff like that makes this game just so much more fun. When you start to be able to play all of the different things. There's the new the grazing mod where you can actually make a path for the cows to go out to a pasture from the barn every day. I mean, come on, how is that not cool, right? That's cool. Service interval expired. It's past the service interval and needs maintenance. Head to a workshop. I'm not gonna do it right now, dude. I'm not gonna do it. I told you it's mad at me. Yeah, but how is that not? I mean, how are things like that not cool, right? I mean, they are. They're just badass, and it just keeps going. It's like more and more stuff that just keeps getting at it. I feel bad a little bit because there's a lot of people who are on consoles that don't have the option to play with this stuff because it is PC only, because it's scripted, and I feel bad for those people. But at the same time, you got to start somewhere. So if we can get this stuff into the game first, then maybe we can get Giants to start looking at picking this stuff up and putting it into the game in a way that won't violate those scripting rights or those script issues. Because my understanding is it's the console makers that are like, no, we don't want that on our consoles, security issues or whatever. I don't even know. I that's what I've been told anyway. And so for me, it's like, I get that. I understand why they would feel that way, but it's kind of rough for the players that play on console. And, not everybody can afford to go out and buy a gaming PC it's just there. Some of them are pretty expensive. I'm sure there are some pre-builts out there that are, $1,500 or whatever. It's even cheaper than that. I've seen some that are like $800 that I believe would run the game. I don't know. I haven't tried them, but so I do think from that perspective it would be kind of nice if people could have that stuff on console, but not my rules. Oh, I missed a bunch of that straw. We might have to come back on some of these rows because some of them are really larger than I expected them to be. And there's that whole argument about I could have made the pickup bigger on this because it has an option for that, but I can't. I can't play it that way with these. Some of the mods that are just unrealistic just kill me. I mean, I'm not like diehard realistic, but at the same time, it's like, when you have a cultivator that's 47 feet across, there's something's kind of out of place with that. I had a friend I used to play farm sim with a lot in 22, FS 22, and they really like the unrealistic stuff, and we used to go kind of back and forth about that because I'd be like, nah, I don't want that in the server. I don't like that one. Oh, come on, we want that one. No, I don't want that. Oh gosh, they usually won though. I mean, it was usually 3 or 4 folks that would be like, but, we want it. All right. They say it's a community server, right? We're the community. How do you argue with that? The community says they want it. That's a little weird. This baler is missing some spots, and I don't really know why. It's just kind of little pieces here and there that it's missing. Like these little skip spots. I don't know why I did this, but now it's picking them up going this direction, so maybe it's something with the field. Could be the bumps in the field, might be just right. No, see, it's still not picking them up. Weird. Strange. No, whatever. Like I said, I'm not too worried about it. We got a lot of bales, so. Alright, let's go over here and see if we can unload this bale over here and see if it takes it. I mean, I know it's a little smaller than it should be because it's only a half bale, but let's just see what happens for the fun of it. Why not? Because we can. Yeah, it took it. Okay. So now I want to see where it went. I'm gonna go in this door right here. Come on, open. Open the door. I can't get the door open. Come on, open. Nope, that's not it. It's open gate. Yeah. Okay, well, I'll do it with the mouse. Now, if I don't, maybe it's up. I don't know. I can't get up there. How come I can't get up there? Oh, I know how I can. Jeez, I didn't even think of this. I can't get out of the building. Ah, what am I doing? What am I doing? Okay. I didn't even think to do this. We can go up the stairs, right? Da-da-da-da-da-da. You gotta be really careful with this door, though, because it will knock you off the stairs if you're not careful. See what I mean? It just swings open. Oh, yeah. See? There's the bale. I don't know how I got in like that, but okay. There's the bale. So, yeah. I don't know how many will fit. We'll just see. But we're gonna have to, so, let's see. I'm gonna have to go get a front loader attacher for this. I don't really want to go. You know what? We're gonna. Well, I think we're gonna cheat a little. Did we hit the post? We did. I think I still have the store delivery point thing in here. If I do, we're just going to drop it over here for a minute. Let's see. Oh, I do. Yay! So we just get the front loader thing here. Let's see. Front loaders. Yeah, I have no idea which one's going to fit that. 130, 180 horse. Good lord. You know what? I got an idea. I don't know if I have a front loader attachment on there though either. I might have to. Oh, it doesn't even have one. It doesn't even offer one. Well, craptastic. Okay, you know what? We'll do it another way. Let's just go with what do you think? Telehandler or skid steer? I'm thinking telehandler, maybe. Don't need GPS on telehandler. Attacher standard. Yeah, that's what I want. Okay, so for round bales, we could just do. What is that in there? That's weird. Okay, anyway. I guess we'll just do like see that's I think that's for square bale and that's for square bale. Yeah, I guess we're stuck with this. That's okay. We'll make it work. This is a nice little machine too. This is, I think, I can't remember who made this one. Black Sheep Modding, I think. I'm trying to remember. It's a 3400. It's really, really well done. It's a nice small machine. But it just fits in with all my John Deere stuff. So I'm gonna finish up getting the farm reset this week, and then by the time I do the next stream, we will not have all the extra money and stuff in there, so we'll have to go back to actually working for stuff. I know, but it's gotta happen. It's gonna take a minute, but we'll get it. Uh-oh, back up a little. Stop it, why is it doing that? Come on, man. Don't be like that. Okay. Well, it's a little crooked, but we got it. Don't tell anybody. You didn't see a thing. You never saw this. I guess I could get a trailer and stack them all on the trailer, but I'm so bad at stacking bales. I just figured this would be the better way to go. So this is kind of new too, this whole thing with the unload thing. Have you guys, I mean, maybe it's just me. I hadn't noticed it until recently. And apparently on the object storages, that's normal now. I don't know. Alright, so he's going to tell me the secret because I never had a problem before getting people to chat on YouTube. They were always like right there to say, hey, what's going on, you know? Since I've been back on YouTube, I have the worst time getting people to come into the chat and actually say hello or anything. And so you guys, if somebody knows the secret, let me know what it is, because I'm kind of like lonely over here by myself, and I know you guys are in here and in and out of here because I could see that happening. I just can't get anybody to say hello for 5 minutes. I'm not complaining, mind you. I just don't understand why it's changed. It didn't used to be Man, it used to be the chat was on fire all the time. I don't know. I don't know how many that barn's gonna hold, so we'll see. I got that pack in here, the last pack we got with the Verdo, whatever it is, but it's got the pigs in it. And man, I cannot seem to get them to stop tearing up fields. And I guess if you put the feeders down, it's supposed to help, but I didn't see that it made that much difference. I don't know. Yeah, I like that little barn. We'll see how many it holds. Hopefully it'll hold everything we got out here, but I don't know. It's hard to tell because, well, to begin with, I don't know exactly how many we got out here. I didn't pay attention. I didn't count them. So this is the area I was thinking about for, like, this little corner right here. I was thinking about for a cow barn. And I thought, you know, I could still leave the straight part of the field on there and just use this corner right here. I don't know. I think it's the best spot on this particular farm for something like that. But I have to find the right one that's going to work the way I want it to work and all that. You know, it's. A pretty strong little machine. That's half a ton worth of straw right there. These are the small bales too, so the ones in the other field are just a scooch bigger. We'll see how that works. But I want to take a quick sneak peek upstairs and see how they're stacking up. Oh yeah, look at that. That's nice. That'll work. So we should be able to get a lot in here. I don't, like I said, I don't know what the capacity is, but does it say? Oh, 11 out of 200. So we can fit 200 in here. That's nice. 200 is a good number. I don't think we'll ever have two. Wow, we might have 200 in there at some point, but saw that coming right before I hit it. Can we get this one too? What do you think? I think we can if we lower the... There we go. Oh. That's almost a full ton. And they're only, what is it? It's the difference between 125 and 150. It's kind of crazy when you think about it. There's that much difference in weight. Does that even work? I'm guessing this is probably not the typical way a farmer would do this. They would probably just get a trailer out here, but I'm not a typical farmer. As I've said many times, I'm not a farmer. I'm just one that plays one on YouTube. Oh, we missed that bale. Gosh darn it, we missed it. We missed it, guys. Can we get it? Not from here, we can't. Ah! Good lord. Okay, now we're in the truck. Okay, that's gonna work. Actually, oh, these are two different sized bales. That's probably part of why. Okay, let's get it now. Let's get it. There we go. We got it. I don't know what I'm gonna do with all these bins and stuff that are over here yet, but I was kind of thinking about what I could store in them. I don't know if they'll take any of the fertilizers from the mod or not, so that's something I'll have to look at. Gotcha. Haha. Well, now I got both of you. What are you gonna do now? what's today? Today's Tuesday, right? I think probably Thursday will be the next time I come out and do a little more streaming. So, if anybody's interested. No, I'm trying to decide what my next move is going to be here because, like I said, I still want to get my Twitch back on too. So, I don't, probably the best way to do that is through multi-streaming, I think. But no, guys, I don't know. What I may do is try a stream or two over there and see how that goes. See if that's even going to work. Because I haven't set that back up yet. You know, there was that small moment in time when I actually was pretty successful with how things were going on Twitch. But one of the things I always missed when I was over there is the interaction that I used to get here. This YouTube for some reason is a little bit more of a, I don't know, a laid back platform, I would say. People are a little more friendly, a little more, and I don't mean that to say that people on Twitch are mean. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it seems like people are a little more laid back over here on YouTube, and I really enjoy. But that's just me. That's just me. Gosh darn it, I hit that thing sideways again. I'm trying to get too close to it. I'm trying to be all like professional and proficient. Probably should stop doing that. Yeah, there's the other thing is those decorations right there are not removable, so those are kind of a bummer for me too. I'd like to get those out of the way. I mean, I could do it in the editor. I just didn't want to have to edit them out. Because then what happens is you get an update and then you got to go back in and do it a second time because, you know, or a third or a fourth. It just gets old after a while. So my feeling on that is if you're going to put in decorations like that, they should be removable. That's just me. I'm only one guy, and so don't build your map to my standard. Build it however it makes you happy. Because at the end of the day, if it's not what you wanted, you'll just end up being like, oh, I gotta fix this, I gotta fix that, I don't like this, I don't like that. I know, because that's how I've been there. What do you guys think of the of that new joystick that just came out. One with a throttle on it. Anybody buying it? I'm thinking about getting one. I was thinking about it because I had a joystick for a while and it started to get really bad drift. And I got to the point where I just couldn't use it anymore, and so I got rid of it. But I missed having a joystick. But when I saw the throttle on it, I thought, wow, that would be really nice to have. I have some issues with my feet that would make it really much better to play with my wheel if I didn't have to use the pedals. Oh God, where's it going? So I was thinking about that. If I could set that joystick up with the throttle piece and then, you know, set it up so that I could hit a button to shift directions. And I know you can because I've already done that. I just don't have the throttle part of it set up. It's kind of a cool idea. Made me think too, you know, there's people who don't have like any legs or use of legs that wouldn't be able to use a wheel to play this game, but with that joystick they might just be able to. I mean, it you know, it fills that role of the realism, but also it really opens up some opportunities for some people. I don't know. Random thoughts. Come on, little buggy, you can make it. We're gonna go down and get this loner down here. These other ones are all kind of paired up. There we go. Look at that. Just like I knew what I was doing. Don't tell anybody. They'll all know it ain't true anyway. They'll all be like, what? No way. A couple more trips and we'll have all these put in the storage. Now we can start sorting out what these fields are going to actually need. I mean, there's not that much double on them, so they probably could be direct drilled. I don't know. I gotta look at what they're going to need as far as like fertilizers and lime and all that. Also, I don't know if they need to be plowed or not, so there's that. Anybody looking forward to playing coffee? Coffee production. I'm not really all that interested in the particular map, only because it's just not my style map. But it looks nice. I mean, I'm not saying it's not a nice map, but just it's not my style. But I would like to kind of try out the coffee farming. I can tell you, I don't care even a hoot about the alpacas. I was excited about that until I saw how they want you to shear them, and then I was like, you know, this is just going to be another one of those things. It's going to take about 2 seconds of my attention, and I'm going to be like, nope, done with that. That's why I don't use the fishing DLC. And I spent a lot of money on that, and I don't use it because it's just, I feel like it's not well done. The little mini game part of it is just crazy to me. This game is way beyond what should be getting little mini games. Not where this game falls in the scope of games. Been around long enough now, and it's been, I mean, technically it's a AAA title. Technically. They don't treat it like it is, but it technically is. Or we're gonna play alpaca shearing mini games, you know. I don't know, it just seems funny to me. But the coffee thing is a cool idea. I like the way they've got the field set up now to do the vines. Hoping that will come to the other vine crops that we already have. Not holding out my hope on that because, while it would make perfect sense to do it, we're talking about giants, and so a lot of times they don't always do what we think would make sense as players. Again, not dumping on them, just saying don't always understand their thinking. But I do like the idea of adding coffee to the game. We've had it on numerous maps over the years, and it's taken them this long to finally get the idea that players like it. So, I don't know. But we've had it on a lot of mod maps. Come on. Stupid thing. There we go. But just not the same way. We've had it so you had to harvest it with like a draper or a grain header. And I don't think that's necessarily even possible. But, you know, it was the way it was. And but at least we had it in the game, right? So we had that, and we've had a lot of other random crops that we probably don't really need that much, but they were kind of cool to have. All right. Bales are up out of the field. We got a barn full of them. Let's put this right in this barn, because why not? I think it'll fit. We'll find out. We'll find out in a minute. Ow! Yeah, look at that. We got bales up there. The bales over there. Yep, we got a lot of bales. We got 33 total bales. So we ended up with 33 out of those 2 fields. That's not bad. More than I thought we were going to get. What will we do with them? We'll either sell them, or if we do get some animals, we'll use them for the animals. But if not, we can always sell them. And as far as in terms of our machine here, if we need to, we can get a bucket for it and use it for some other things as well. So it'll be worth having around. All right. Oh, I wanted to look and see if we have that repair trigger in here, because we don't have a shop on this. That's not. Let's see. Yeah, I don't have it in here. I thought I did. Again, like I said, so this is what happened. A lot of stuff got left out, and I don't know why, so I'm going to go back and add all that stuff back in. I couldn't tell you why. I don't really know. It was just an oversight, I guess, but it's kind of weird. Trying to think what else we need on the farm here for now to get started. We're gonna need a spreader. We're probably gonna need a sprayer. So I'm thinking maybe just a backpack sprayer type of thing. We could use the 8R to haul a sprayer. But we'll definitely need a spreader as well for lime, and if we did urea, that's granulated. So. I didn't realize that. I didn't realize it was granulated. But found that out recently. Alright, let's see. So we're going to need... I feel like we could probably just get away with a small sprayer for now. Yeah, no sprayers. Okay. I can hope, right? Let me see, how much does this hold? This holds 1,200 liters. It's probably wouldn't be a bad idea to buy a tank for the front too. Although at that point, am I better off to buy one that's trailed? Nah, I don't see that, because of 47. I still be only at 26. I think we'll go this way, because I think it'd be just a little better situation. For now, anyway. And you know what? If we need to do something different later, we'll do it. All right. That gives us that. And we do need a spreader. Again, I'm thinking maybe just start small. Something like this to start with, and then go up as we can afford to. And I know, like I said, it looks like there's a lot of money sitting in here. It's only because I haven't finished the whole setup. So tomorrow there won't be. That's the thing is once everything's finished, set up on the farm, there won't be that money won't be in there anymore. So that's kind of why I want to try to get stuff done that I can get done now, and then. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You drive like an idiot, Chris. I know. Because I'm old. It's an old grandpa. So I don't have obviously don't have a camera here, so you guys don't really see me as right now. Eventually that will change, but if you want a really good indication of who me is, that that logo that's on the stream, that is me. That's a caricature of me. So that is as real as it gets right there. Um, just an old, grumpy old Gen Xer with nothing better to do than play games, and got a bunch of grandkids and some great kids, well, ex-wives that keep me grumpy, and yeah, so. You know, I just realized I don't have a way to. I don't have a tractor that can take that tank on the front. I don't. Both of my tractors have weights on the front. So I'll probably have to get another tractor that can haul that. Well, I'll see if I can get it on the back for now, just to get it out of the field here. I was gonna say it should hook up. We'll just tuck it in the barn for now, and I'll have to figure that out. Still gotta move that corn header too. I keep forgetting it's there. It's always something, man. It's always something. Then I think what I'm gonna do is we'll get all the equipment sorted, and then we'll go back to the 100 grand, and we'll start doing some of our normal activities with contracts and that kind of thing, working on how to make everything profitable. Um, so the next few streams will be a little bit better. Tonight's is it's kind of all over the place, and I apologize for that, but it's just kind of me trying to work out kind of what needs to happen and how and all that. So bear with me. All right, let's go over here to this field for a minute. Okay, let's look at what we got going on here. So this needs lime, and it needs plowing, and it's got some weeds growing. So that's another thing we should think about is a weeder. I'm thinking mechanical weeding because I really don't want to dump a bunch of herbicide on the fields, but we'll see. I mean, it makes sense to me to do the plowing and the lime now before we get into a new planting season on these two fields. The only thing is, it also needs NPK. Let's see. So there is an option to, let's see. So nitrogen, we're only at 96 parts per million, and our target is 135. So we're a little bit low on nitrogen. Let's see. So phosphorus, we're really not low on phosphorus. We're okay there. Potassium, again, slightly low on potassium. So potassium is going to be, I want to say, I can't remember. Well, we'll look in here because it does say in here, but I think it's potash. pH is your lime, and I think you see it says optimal right here, so I'm a little bit about putting lime on it. Let's see what the treatment plan for that field says. So that is field. Was that 20? Was that 4? So it needs lime or liquid lime for the pH. It needs manure, compost, or chop straw for the organic matter. We don't have any of those, so I don't know if I can purchase compost with them on or not. But we don't have any. We also need to put down some urea and some or some UAN32. Now, the urea is much higher in, and content, so it's probably a better way to go for this particular field. And then your herbicides and all that, fungicide and all that is okay. So what I'm thinking is maybe what we should do is go ahead and lime it and then plow it, and then come back and dump some urea on top of that. That's what I'm thinking. So the lime shouldn't be an issue. We can get that. Let's see if we can get, see, treatments. Now, the only other question is, do we want to go solid lime or liquid lime? You know, because there's both are available. I don't really think we need. I don't think it matters, is what I'm getting at. We have a spreader. We could do a bit of solid lime. Look at all the different chemicals in here. It's copper hydroxide, copper hydroxide. You get fungicide, you get insecticide, you got liquid AMS, liquid DAP. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. You know what I mean? These are it's crazy that we got urea right here. We got potash. We got pelletized manure. So we do have the option to put down manure and plow it in. It would just be pelletized. Gypsum, and my understanding is gypsum is the opposite of lime. That's my understanding. Okay, so we can buy compost as well. I don't know how far 10,000 liters of compost would go, but I mean, there's only one way to find out. Salt, liquid fertilizer, urea, herbicide. There's liquid lime right there. Regular lime. So that's, what is it, 2,000? What is this? Also 2,000, same price. It doesn't really matter. We can get big bags probably. Solid fertilizer. So again, you know, this is what this mod is all about, is figuring all of this out, and it's a lot to figure out. There's things like, I understand now through research, the UAN 28 and the 32, One's 28% and the other is 32%. And I know that anhydrous is like, yeah, it's close to 80%. And this one, though, no idea. I couldn't tell you what that is. The sulfur, what do you use sulfur for? I have no idea. Starter, I know you use when you're planting. So that goes in with the plant. You know how in the game we fill up our planters with dry fertilizer and seeds, and then off we go, right? Well, what we're simulating is this starter going into that, but in this case, it's actually liquid. So this one I don't know, that one I don't know. So see, some of these names I'm gonna have to do some search on. I know the potash and the urea and the some of these other ones I don't know. Insecticide, fungicide, obviously I know those. The copper hydroxide, I have no idea what that's for. So it's just a whole thing. We're gonna have to figure it out as we go. Anyway, but this is $500 for 2,000 liters of liquid lime, or I can get dry lime for $91. Why does it say NA? Why does it say it? That doesn't make any sense. Oh, it doesn't have a brand on it. So I can get these ones for $91 for 2,000 liters. So probably just get a couple of these. Probably the better way to go. So I think that's what we're going to do with that. Let's see. I think we'll get like 4 bags. Yeah, we'll get like 4 bags. Let's see, that was only 1,400 bucks. It's still cheaper. And we'll go ahead and put that lime down, and then I think we'll plow that under, and then we'll put the fertilizer on top of it. Sound like a plan? Does to me. All right, so we're going to use the dry spreader. I just leave it on the 8R because we've already got it. We might as well, and it's got the row crop tires on it, so. And the other one needs service. So at some point we'll get it serviced, but not today. Oh, do tell me this one takes lime. Yeah, okay. I was going to say it better. I don't be mad if it doesn't. All right. Let's see. Here. Gosh. Where's the lines? There's almost none. It's crazy. Okay, well, we'll do it. That was weird because it said something about field 3 having growing crop on it, but it doesn't. So I don't know what that was about. And we are out of lime. Remember I said I don't know how many bags we're gonna need? Well... lime's a thing in this game. I'll tell you, there's a... it's just the usage of it seems like it's really high in this game. Maybe lime really gets used up that fast. I don't know. I've never actually used it on a field, but... anybody know? Goodness, that's a lot of lime. We're gonna have to get more lime. Good thing they're only $91 a bag because we're going to use some up. Oh, the rake. Oh, I didn't even see the rake there. Gosh darn it. Didn't even see it. Where's the tractor hooked to it for now so I see it? Don't say it. Don't say it. I know what you guys are thinking. Don't say it. Oh, what happened to the, And we're empty again. Gosh, we're gonna probably need about 10 bags to do that other field. This should be enough to finish that one, but I'm shocked at how much it used. I feel like I need to see if one of those silos holds lime and fill it, because we might need it. Do I have enough left to get this little piece? I don't know. Not much in the tank. 10%. Field 3 fully treated. It does a lot of, that mod does a lot of cool things. Like, see, you know, I just told us that field is completely treated. We're good on that. Let's see if one of these holds a lime. Well, we can buy some lime. Let's see. Is this one? No, this one. Come on, where's the... Yeah, but I want to see what goes in it. Solid fertilizer, ammonium nitrate. What are we gonna do with that? Oh, potash, urea. No lime though. So that's all the fertilizers basically. Let's see what this one does. Seeds. Mineral feed. Okay, that's not going to help us. Why do I get this funny feeling we're going to buy a whole bunch of lime? Solid fert, DAP, ammonium sulfate, nitrate, urea, solid fertilizer. Yeah, no, no lime in any of these. Okay. Now we'll buy a bunch of bags and we'll just buy a bunch of these. I hate to, but I know we're gonna need probably 10 of them. At least. What do you guys think? 10? 10 enough? Should I go more? No, we're going 10. Wait a minute. What was that? So it's supposed to be $91. Okay, well, whatever. It seemed odd. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to get this guy. I know he's not supposed to do this with these forks, but we're going to get him to carry some of that lime out to the field. Get a big bag thing for this. I feel like this will work if I get the thing just right. I don't know. Maybe it won't. Maybe this is going to be the worst idea ever. Oh gosh, yep, that's not working. Oh god, don't put a hole in the bag. Oh look, we did it. Look, look, look. Oh, I got one. I thought I had both of them. Damn it. Okay, let's get the other one. No, no, no. Ah! Okay. Last try. If we don't get it this time, we're going to get a big bag thing. Isn't there one out there that's got a, like a strap or something on it? I think there is. There we go. No, not that way, dummy. You just dumped it twice. Don't do it again. Oh, look at that. Look at that. How many think we can put on at a time, guys? Realistically, we shouldn't be putting any of them on here, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna. Okay. Okay. We go. Okay. Maybe that way a little bit more. We're gonna go down a little bit more. You can't do that. You gotta go the right way. That's about right. Let's see if that works. Okay, well that's a good start. We got 4. We'll take these out to the field, and then we can start liming that field. And when we run out, we'll have these bags. I think it's a fantastic idea. I know, it's probably not, but... Alright, let's get it. It keeps giving me a warning thinking there's a growing crop in here, and I don't know why it's doing that. Because there's no crop in these fields. They've been harvested. Weird. See why we brought the other thing out? We gonna need the bag. Oh no, one of the bags fell in there. How do you think that's going to affect things? Well, I don't know, we'll find out, won't we? It's probably not real good for it. Oh, it says refill. It's refilling off the bag that's in there. Okay. That's very strange, but okay. Oh, we gotta get the bag, boy. Jeez, it almost tipped over. We picked the front wheel right up. Maybe I should have lowered the bags down. I don't know how much is in these bags, but we'll find out. I gotta get a couple more bags. But that's not even close to full. I'm a little nervous that it's going to take more than the 10 bags. Although I think I got 6 still down here, so... I think. Yeah, 6. 6? Yeah. I don't know where the dog barking is coming from. I don't have a dog. I mean, I have a dog in real life, but they're sleeping. I'm saying I don't have one on the map that I know of. Unless the map creator put one on and didn't tell me. That would be just about right, wouldn't it? I want that other one too, but I can't see it. Oh boy. What the hell is happening here? Okay, well, we got 2 bags. It's not what we wanted, but... It's a start. That second one's coming off in just a second. As soon as it hit, I knew it. I knew it as soon as I hit a bump. Need one of those big bag holders for my telehandler here. So that I can do this properly, because I know this isn't the right way to do it, but I was being lazy and I should have just bought one of those hooks that does the big bags. Maybe I'll get one, because I got a funny feeling there's going to be a lot of big bags in our future. Yeah, I thought we would use those up. It's got a cool lime texture on this map. I believe that's a map thing. I don't think it's, it could be the mod though. I don't know, to be honest with you. So, we're definitely going to need a bigger spreader. I thought this would be okay to start with, but I can see now that this is not going to, long term, this is going to be a problem. Because what's going to end up happening is we're going to always be running to fill bags of lime and other products because of the way the usage amounts are. I don't know what that other message just was. I didn't see it. I saw it, but I didn't see what it said. I got a funny feeling it was telling me enough line, but I don't believe that's the case. Yeah, we still got a hose strip to do down the middle, so let's do something here. Where do we get the holder for that? It would be under. It would be under tools, right? Telehandler tools. Let's see. Big bag tools. Any big bag tools in here? Nope, I don't see any. Am I just missing it? Where the heck would I find those? Here we go. Yeah, that'll do 2 at a time. It's only, yeah, let's do that. Because what we're doing is just silly. Just silly. It's kind of fun, but did I not get the right one? Could have swore I got the one for the telehandler. Oh crap, did I get the wrong one? Telehandler tools. Oh no, I went to, that's why. I went to F. Big bag. Does this have to be selected? No. What is this one for? Big mag lifter. So I don't know what this goes on. Doesn't say. Huh. Well, crap. How does it not say? That makes no sense. Okay, well, it's quickie, so let's go to here. Quickie, where are you? Q. Yeah, Q. No, it doesn't say. So I don't know, I guess it's only for something, but who knows what. It looks like a front loader. Okay, well, that was kind of dumb. Guess I need my forks back. Well, you know, that's the other thing I could do. Let me try something else. One more little trick. Let's just get some of these. We'll get rid of the other things later. It kind of bugs me that it didn't say what it was for on those. Because I feel like, you know what I mean? And they should have said, oh, this is for this or this is for that. Why doesn't it say? I mean, usually those kind of things do. What the heck am I doing off the ground? Yeah, we got it on the run now, don't we? Hmm? You guys thought I wasn't gonna be able to do it. You're all sitting there going, oh boy, he's screwed up now. Uh-huh, uh-huh. Ah, crap. Oh, crap. Oh, I ran over some of the corn. That's my corn too, damn it. If it was the neighbor's corn, I wouldn't care, but it's not. I bet you we don't make it to the other end. What do you think? Knew it. Something about it just told me we weren't going to make it to the other end. That's okay. We got more. We got more stuff right here. I think we finally got this figured out. Gotta go fast though, right? It's crazy how much lime we use. You know, there is a way to fix that in the mod, I mean in the map, but I'm not gonna do it. But there is a way. I just feel like we use more than we need to be using, and I don't know why. But I've always felt like that was the case with this game, so. Wow, I called it right though. 10 bags to do this field. Yep, now we're empty and the field's done, but we've only got 2 partial bags left. It's crazy. But we may need to get a bigger spreader, just simply because to avoid all the refills. You know, I guess it doesn't really matter. We can do the refills. It just takes a lot of time to run back and forth and bring lime out. I can get one of those. What? Tenders? We could get a tender, I guess, and fill it with lime. All right. So we need to. Oh, you know what? We got to sell that other thing. Well, let's look at the treatment plan for a second here. See, field. No, not 27. There's 2 fields of those. Those are okay. They're really hard to see with that on. 3 and 4. Okay. So treatment plan for 4. So now we need to. So the pH is balanced now. So now we need to plow the manure, compost, or chop straw in. So again, this is one of those things. Feel like we're going to use a lot of compost on these fields. I don't know. I don't know what to do with that. And then of course urea. Well, then urea is not a big deal. That we can get and put it down. I don't know what the amount will be, but we can go over here. Let's fill one of these with urea. Because we're going to use it, obviously, right? So, what was that? Urea. $36,000. Yikes. And then, gosh, yeah, I don't have any place to put lime. Compost, I don't think I can do compost in either of these either. Don't think. Potash, no. Nah, it doesn't let me. It's all fertilizers. Alright. Well, anyway. Good Lord. It's 10,000 liters in a big bag, though. 1,000 liters or 10,000 liters. What's the difference? They're the same thing. Same price even. I mean, I guess we could get a couple of these. What the heck will spread compost though? I wonder if I need like a manure spreader to spread compost. Let's see. Yeah, those just do manure. I don't think my little spreader will do compost. Yeah, these don't. Well, oh no. How are we gonna spread it? Yeah, I mean, I would almost assume it will work in here, but I don't know that for sure. Where's that one? No idea. I feel like it's going to have to be a regular spreader. Maybe the one we even have now, I don't know. Let's test a theory. Let's see if we go to there. Pelletized manure. Okay, it says it'll do compost or pelletized manure. I feel like because it's organic, I feel like compost is the right way to go. I don't know, guys. What do you think? Any thoughts? Any thoughts at all? This is like I said, this is all very new to me, so I'm trying to figure it out, but good Lord, there's a lot. Big bag compost, 10,000 liters. Good grab. Let's grab 2 of these. I don't know how much I can actually. I don't even know if I can lift them. How much do they even weigh? Who knows? Okay, well, we can lift them. That's good. So if we go up to the back of this thing and it opens, then we know we can put it in here. And then we can try spreading it on that little field and see how much we're going to need. I didn't even know. Oh yeah, it opened, so I must take it. Oh, look at that. Huh. Oh god. Yeah, it looks like compost too. That's actually the best compost texture I've ever seen in this game. I've seen a lot of compost in this game, but not with that kind of texture. Huh. Alright. Let's go see what happens when we put it on the field. Because we gotta plow it in. So, we might as well give it a run, see what happens. I don't know how far it will go, you know, how much are we gonna get out of these 2 bags? Oh god, not much at all. It's going fast. Good lord. Yep, we're in serious trouble. We're in serious trouble. Alright, well, let's bring that telehandler out here and refill this bad boy. I don't know how much is left in here because I can't see like, it doesn't tell you because the telehandler is not supposed to be holding these this way. So, I don't really know. It's 10,000 liters. I mean, in these 2 bags, it's 20,000 liters. This thing only holds 2,000, right? No, I think it holds more than that. But anyway, I still don't think it's going to be enough for the whole field. Just because I just don't think it is. See how fast we're using it up. I guess the trick is to plan your field really well, because 20,000 liters, we're going to go through it on this one little field. Yeah. All right. Well, nobody ever said farming was cheap, right? Damn it. We're empty again. What the heck is happening? Oh, I'm gonna go broke on compost. You know, I think we need to get a compost mod in here and start making our own compost, because this is going to be too expensive to do this way. I know there's a couple in the mod hub. I'm going to have to go looking. Start making some compost ourselves. I don't see why that wouldn't work. As long as it's the right field type, it should work just fine. In theory. We almost made it. So if the spreaders will spread this, then I'll probably just get a bigger spreader and just start filling it, because otherwise this is going to take a long time to do with a little spreader like this. We just get trailer loads of compost. I know we still need to do that out of the field, but I'm not going to do that right now. I'll come back and do that off stream, because it's tedious work, and I'm sure you guys have seen plenty of tedious spreading of materials. Anyway, at that mention of that, it is shortly after midnight here on the East Coast, and I am getting tired. It's been a long day, so I'm going to go ahead and get out of here for tonight, and I will be back again probably, what's today, Tuesday? Probably Thursday. So if you found the stream entertaining, if you enjoyed it, come back and see me again on Thursday. Also, if you wouldn't mind taking a second to hit the like and subscribe, that would be wonderful. I'm trying really hard to get to 1,000 subscribers, and there's a lot of reasons for that. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, it's just about the money. It's not. It's actually, yeah, I mean, that's the threshold for monetization, but there's a lot of other things that go with that that I have to achieve anyway that I haven't gotten to yet. So it's not just about money. It's really about a milestone for me. I've been wanting to get 1,000 over here for a long time, and I just never have been able to quite achieve it. I mean, well, like I said before, my Twitch channel, I mean, haven't used it in a bit, and I haven't gone back to it, but that channel is sitting at all like 2,500 followers, and but over here I've never been able to get over about 900. So it's a personal goal for me. If anybody is watching that is enjoying it, and you want to take a minute and just like the channel and then subscribe to it, that would be great. I would appreciate it, and share it with your friends. You know, I mean, I'm probably not the world's best farm sim player, but I'm having fun and I enjoy it. And if you guys are enjoying it, come along for the ride. Hopefully we'll have a little more active chat coming in the future here. I don't know, and yeah, having a good time. I hope you guys are having a good time. So with that, I'm going to get out of here, but I will see you guys again very soon. Thanks for coming by and hanging out, everybody who did, and we'll see you next time.
I got my head in the clouds so high, feet on the ground, but I still get by. Rules were made for someone else to try, but not me.